we'll talk a little bit about, how this kind of these kind of tactics can be potentially prevented. One of the things I'll kind of start off with this first one here, George, and maybe we can tag team these, but I think when you see how quickly these tactics pop up, like email bombing, I think the first time we saw that was in like October or November of last year, and then how widespread they become, by today's call, seeing like more than half of people have experienced that. You can see like the speed that threat actors are working at. So it's really important to have that regular cybersecurity training sessions, to keep your security teams as well as your end users familiar with what's going on in the landscape. And also having a way for users to actually report threats. So sometimes, there could be a button in the email box, report this, or, just knowing what would qualify as suspicious activity and who they should reach out to as someone legitimate in the organization that can actually help them.
Yeah, absolutely. And it sort of goes hand in hand with the next point there, which is to implement fast identity online FIDO2 hardware tokens. Those are very phishing resistant tokens. It can be expensive to get a bunch of those tokens, but it really does reduce the impact of people that do click for these things. You can't train for every single scenario, and so that is another method of defense in depth there. Similarly, we were talking about how MFAs are used. There's a lot of token theft. Typically, what threat actors will do is register a new MFA device. So limiting the number of MFA devices per user and requiring the extra factors when authorizing those MFA devices can significantly limit the amount of access an attacker can gain in an environment. And of course, managed detection and response, like Call Responder, we do this day in and day out. We're trying to keep in lockstep with what the threat actors are doing, what they're changing, and developing detections to immediately alert on that activity. So it's really, really beneficial to have a service such as that that can do a lot of that on your behalf, as well as the detection and, of course, the response action, the big R in MDR, right? So that's a very important step.